The program we watch now, UDUOTA and original from Independent Television. Okay, we get Jafar Mustafa Kaura, the SC Special Advisor to Zamfara State Governor on broadcast media all the way from Zamfara State this evening. And we also get Aisha Irobe to join us via Zoom, and also Dr. Haruna. He will also tell us, senior consultant on veterinary medicine, because we'll look at the issue of this outbreak of anthrax later on the program. So, Mustafa, good evening.
Yeah, a very good evening to you.
Okay, welcome to the program this evening. So, make I ask you now, appraise the situation of security in Zamfara State.
You see, the issue of security in Zamfara now is a little bit very much impressive compared to what was obtained in the last 2023 and even the previous year 2024. But we have started seeing, light at the end of the tunnel when the federal government launched the Operation Fansanyama. It's a theater of war that is being, taken care of for the whole western states that is being ravaged by the issue of insecurity. This is coupled with the effort made previously by the present administration of Governor Dr. Dauda Lawal of not in any way negotiation with the bandits, as well as, launching onslaught on them through the creation of additional security output known as community protection guards that works shoulder to shoulder with the security agencies that are working in the state. Of recent, they have launched a serious manhunt on the notorious Bello Turji along the areas of Shinkafi and Zulmi local government areas of the state, and so many of his camp are being bombed, and most of his lieutenants are being killed, and then we are now having a high of relief in those areas that are, hitherto no-go areas to the people, and it's a viable and commercial nerve center of Zamfara State that has the international market there, known as Shinkafi International Market, that borders Zamfara and Niger Republic.
Okay, Aisha, do you hear me?
Now, it's subsiding. I can hear you. Hello?
Yeah, we are in order. So, Aisha, you listen to...
Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you, Mustafa. Let me talk to this the second person. Did you hear, can you assess the situation of security for Zamfara?
Yeah. No, I didn't hear you properly. Yes. What did you say?
From your own angle, let us know what is going on in Zamfara State.
Yes. Okay. Well, what is going on in Zamfara State is what many Nigerians, especially Zamfara people, should expect from the governor there. Because even according to the constitution, the security of life and the welfare of the people is the primary purpose of government. And any government, any administration, no matter how beautiful, no matter how laudable their policies are, and there's no direct bearing on the life of the people, that administration to a very large extent is anti-people. In Zamfara, because of the situation, the security situation in that state, the government had no other thing. It be like say they don't even conduct any other work apart from fighting banditry, fighting security, fighting killing, and fighting death. So government is not too full for in hand, but we want to praise and welcome the initiative of the current governor, Oga Lawa, we first think of how one take do to take bring the situation under control. Like the Oga for the talk just now, we see here of the CPG group, the Community Protection Guard. That again is an initiative and a very laudable one at that matter.
Okay.
It's different small from the one way the other government do.
Okay, now that area we won't come to each area. Just in 2 minutes, just let us know what is the former governor do and what is the new governor do. What is the difference between the two?
Okay, now for the former governor,
yes.
I think more or less now because of the disconnection, the former governor emphasis that time now to negotiate with bandits. He believed that time say the more he go woo them into the camp of government, say now the more the people will dey secure. But it can't be like say even as Governor Lawal talk now, he said that administration, the policy when he put for government now to embolden the criminals as it were, because they give them power. Because the criminals will demand for motorcycle, they will give them. They will demand for food, they will give them. It be like it can't be an arm of government where they destabilize government. And on that one, this governor not do at all. He not ready to negotiate with any party. For example, very recently, he can't ban the use of a motorbike between 8 p.m. and 6 a.m. This has never been. That one you go to say, it go reduce the influx of people, it go control the movement, the way where people take the move around to check this criminal element. Another one where this governor do, where the other governor no to use. Now the issue of regional and international cooperation. This governor, if they reach other states, other neighboring states, wey border Zamfara, tell them say, see we get issues for hand. Security not be one state affair. As they fight internally, the people will move into other areas and they will get haven. So this governor can reach out to those neighbors for cooperation and collaboration. Another one it do now community initiative of information gathering, information control, and proactiveness. It can set up traditional council where go they feed government with necessary information about insecurity. Then they can identify volatile and vulnerable areas. This one are waiting the other government not to identify too, because in just can they fight insecurity from one angle. But this one now is a total angle because it will involve community, it involve community head. If there is a synergy, it can coordinate the security agencies, police, SSS, DSS, military, Air Force, and the rest. So as they bombard people for ground, people when they come from air, you see they do them. And lastly, the governor come feel say, even as people they kill the security agents where they try head, and then they kill them, e good make them assure the family say government no will leave them. Because they do support, they give support to families of the fallen heroes and soldiers and agencies where they die trying to put their life down for the people. So some of these achievements, if I call them achievements, I know it's too wrong, but people will prefer to call them initiatives of the governor. It be like it take good notes from the old administration, whereas the old administration not to finance some of these things, because many of the problems when they get for that old administration, now the issue of financing. So this man now, Governor Lawal, he don't put in better money wey go make the security agencies dey relax. For example, he don't buy security vehicles wey they equip very well, be like even federal government own. So for Zamfara now, everybody they wonder say, this one about Zamfara again. They don't dey try for security, for operational vehicles, operational tools and machines. Government can support them. Okay. So for the 14 local government area for example. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead. But just try and so that you can come back to the other person. Your 2 minutes done, they finish.
Okay. All right. Yes. So government can they reach out to all the council areas as they do for council A. Now so they do for council B. What we they call collaboration and inclusivity. If they include people into this government, into this security fight, because he believes that security not be one man show. And the more you fight it, the more they recruit, the more they recoup. And very, very lastly, it can enhance the economic well-being and empowerment for the people. Because he believes say, what they call security, now hunger, now poverty, now joblessness. Okay. As they give the youth, as they enable them, as they empower them, it first fights the issue internally first. They say now when person is hungry or when you don't go work or when you don't get work, then go they think of evil when you want to commit.
Okay, gentlemen, we have in the house one of us, Dr. Aruna, is the director of veterinary medicine or services rather, and he deal with us for Zoom. Doctor, good evening.
Good evening, my brothers. I greet you all.
Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Very shortly, we'll come to you so that you will let us know what you will do for this outbreak of anthrax into Nigeria. So, Mustafa.
Yes.
Now, let me come back to you. Recently, wasn't a few days ago, a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Adams Oshomole, he kind of talk about this banditry, but he was taking it from the angle of say, now the precious stones when we say that they harvest for Zamfara, and that retired generals, now them they put on for this thing, and that's one thing when we say you know make this banditry stop for that side. You feel confirm that to us? What it make you feel say the banditry don't feel stop?
Adams Oshomole has his own reasons for saying that, but I really don't know where he has gotten his facts of linking the issue of insecurity to the retired military officers in Nigeria regarding the issue of mining. We don't know about that one, and there is no way in any way that has complicated or has any link with the issue of insecurity in Zamfara. If you could recall, mining has been banned in the last 3-4 years in Zamfara, and the insecurity was still on despite the ban in mining. So why, if not recently, about 2-3 weeks back, when the federal government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu lifted the ban on mining in Zamfara, as well as lifting the no-fly zone embargo also in the state, there is no way you can compare the two and have in any way any link that has to do with minor of the retired military officers in Zamfara that has to do with the insecurity. You see, what the other gentleman, the last speaker, has said, he has said the true situation of things in Zamfara. Governor Dr. Dauda Lawal is making the two-way system of conventional approach that is that has to do with the military, support of the military financially. Of recent, he gave them 40 trucks of Hilux, that is the fighting Hilux vans, to the security agencies in the state. He has created the community protection guards. He did not negotiate with the bandits, and that is the issue of conventional. Non-conventional approach that has to do with how to come out with some security orders like that, of banning the movement of motorcycles during the night. Not only that one again, he has also banned the movement of even the trucks, the other long vehicles that are coming through Zamfara from Sokoto border and that of Ankara that borders Zamfara with Katsina state that links up to Kaduna and southern part of the country. So all these things are non-conventional approach embarked upon by Governor Dr. Dauda Lawal at least to subdue the issue of banditry and bandits that are laying, terror and making mayhem to the innocent travelers that are fleeing the road, which is a federal government road that starts from Zaria in Kaduna State and down to Sokoto up to Niger Republic and down back to Kebbi, and then it will routed back to Lagos. So that is the two-way approach. And the second one is the governor of recent has doled out 4.9 billion naira, as a token gift and incentives to those internally displaced persons, those that have, their trade and businesses collapse. Then they should be given a token, from the government side, so that they should pick up from where they stop with the issue of their businesses. In a situation whereby you spent more than 14 to 15 years of this carnage, of this senseless killing, of this senseless war, the economy must have been going down day by day. So if you have not done anything, at least to pick up the issue of the economy, it will go back to the square one, because people that doesn't have anything to do, they will, I didn't mind, it's a devil's workshop. That is why the governor, Dr. Dodalol, thought it wise to dole out 4.9 billion to 44,000 people that are identified. Most of them youth are old people, most of them critically ill, and then the vulnerables, the IDPs, and what have you. These are the categories of people that will be given this amount of money. There are those that will be given 20,000 naira till 1 year, up to 1 year, and some 20,000 up to 1 year. Another one will have 150,000 naira. And another category also will have 50,000 naira. So these are the type of things Governor Dr. Lawal have initiated, according to what this elder statesman have said, regarding the issue of non-kinetic approach regarding the issue of insecurity. So, it's a two-way system. Of recent, we were in Katsina. We party with the governor of Katsina, Dr. Diko Umar Radda, on how to fine-tune the issue of collaboration between Zamfara and Katsina State, because we share border between Katsina and Zamfara. And then even the Katsina State governor said there is nothing he has do with negotiation with the bandit. So also the stand of governor of Zamfara, that he has nothing to do with the issue of negotiation with the bandit. So they met even yesterday in Katsina Government House. They discussed the fine-tuned ways on how to, come out with new approach to combat the insecurity between the two states.
Okay, so by way of wrapping up, over time, the image there, we kind of hear stories of a war of attrition between the former governor, will be the Minister of State Defense, and your governor. What's the true position of things now? What was the...
You see that there is no any rift between Governor Dr. Dauda Lawal and the former governor and the Minister of State for Defense, Bello Matawalle Maradun. They only differ on the approach on how to fight the issue of banditry. As rightly pointed by this last speaker, the elder statesman there, that the former governor he has done, worse than good in terms of fighting the issue of insecurity during his reign. He tried to identify one side of the bandit. He gave them a lot of vehicles. He gave them a lot of money every day, while the innocent people are being killed, unabated. Governor Dr. Dodalo said that cannot be done in Zamfara. He has made his campaign, electioneering campaign, on the issue of insecurity and banditry, and then he has his 6-point agenda, which is the security top on the list. So that is why he said there is no way he can be one-sided of, discussing or having a romance affairs with the criminals while the innocent ones are being, suffered unnecessarily. Governor Dr. Dauda will say he has to strike balance. That even though the criminals are part of the integral part of the people of Zamfara, but let them reform and then surrender their arms, so that before the security agencies, let them all they do all the necessary checks before they finally accept them and integrate them back to the society. But before that one is done, Governor Dr. Dodala say he has nothing to do with the negotiation with them, and that is where they differ with former governor and minister of state, who he said there should be that sort of dialogue with them. But governor said no, there is no way we have dialogue with them. Let them be killed, let them be hunted, let them, let there be security and peace in Zamfara with the power, high power, fighting power of the military, the civilian defense corps, the DSS, MOPOL, and then the military that are working in synergy with the community protection guards in Zamfara. So that is the bend of contention, my brother, regarding the issue of differences between Governor Dr. Dauda Lawal and then former governor and minister of state. But of recent, Governor Dr. Dauda Lawal visited all the high security chiefs in Zamfara. He even met with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and then the Minister of Defense himself, the cabinet minister, was in Zamfara to launch the Operation Fasayama in Gusau. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, was in Gusau, and he has also there to support the military about the issue of Operation Fasayama, a new theater of war that is being launched by the military. So the federal government on that side and the Zamfara state government are on the same page of fighting bandit and banditry in Zamfara. But anything contrary to that, the Governor Dr. Dauda will never succumb to any pressure regarding that issue, and that is why people are seeing there is a rift between Governor Dr. Dauda and former governor and minister of state Bello Matawali. There wasn't anything like that. All the security agencies in Nigeria are in good term with Governor Dr. Dauda, and Governor Dr. Dauda, on the other hand, is also in good term with them regarding this issue of fighting insecurity in the state.
Thank you very much. Aichoya,
yes.
We're about to wrap up now. Just to wrap up this program, just one or two words about insight to the issue in Zamfara State.
Okay. At this point, maybe we'll go to look the expectation. Waiting the people they expect from government now. Whether the old government or the new government, people don't care. What they care for is how government they affect them. For example, the people they expect improved security presence as they stay. People when they guide them, they want to see them. They don't want to hear a man. They want to hear a man. Then the person they expect say government will depend more on rely on enhanced intelligence gathering. If they give information to government, government will take and they work. And of course, the people will they expect say make government they respond swiftly and quickly to attack when they kill them. If they hear say attack they come, make government they quick respond to them. Not be say they will don't finish them before government will come, they run, they come. Then the people also they expect say government will remove those incentives for crime. Incentives in the sense that government will remove poverty, government will build infrastructure, government will ensure say agric and food security is there. Then government will also improve infrastructure, the roads where they pass.
Okay. All right.
They hear me so?
Yes, we hear you. Just by way of wrapping up, sir. Cut off time.
Okay. And all of that. So when people come they see say government mean well for them, they will embrace government. I think in Zamfara it's a new dawn and there is hope inside. Governor Dauda Lawal is doing what a governor should do, tackling insecurity head on.
Okay, all right. And you see Mustafa the Sheikh. Mustafa, just to wrap up, what's the new dawn in Zamfara State? Mustafa.
Hello?
I said, what's the way forward in Zamfara State? Just a minute, just to wrap up.
Hello?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello? Yeah, what do you ask?
I said, okay, by way of wrapping up, what's the way forward in Zamfara State? Just a minute. 1 minute.
I'm I'm not getting you. I'm not getting you.
Okay.
You say come again?
Okay, I said by way of wrapping up, what's the way forward in Zamfara?
I'm not hearing you. Please come again if you're getting me.
What is
clear.
The way forward in Zamfara? What's the way forward? Okay.
The way forward now in Zamfara is that government is up and doing with this regard of insecurity, and then we are seeing light at the end of the tunnel every day by day. You know, by cushioning the effect of this, government, you know, has distributed fertilizer free of charge during the dry season farming, and it has also distributed during the rainy season farming, and then all these things to cushion the effect of the effect of this war. Governor Dr. Dauda Lawal is always, you know, on his way forward in gingering the people and then giving them all the impetus for them to know that, you know, tomorrow will be, inshallah, will be better than what it was yesterday and today. So that is what is the way forward, and the governor is also giving all the necessary support to the security agencies fighting the issue of banditry in Zamfara by giving them all sorts of supports and incentives for them to work comfortably in Zamfara. So the way forward are so many, and they are numerous to mention, my brother, when it comes to Governor Dr. Dauda Lawal in fighting this issue of insecurity, in the issue of education, healthcare, and everything. You know, it has to go concurrently so that at least when there is war here, then people will have, you know, some cushion of relief on the other part. So that is what Governor Dauda Lawal is doing regarding the issue of.
All right, my brother Mustafa, we salute you the time when you join us this evening all the way from Zamfara State. All right, the program they watch now, UDUOTA with the original from Independent Television.
Changing the narrative.
Okay.
Hello?
Okay. Thank you,
Hello?
sir. Thank you. The program they watch now, UDUOTA with the original from Independent Television.